And I do think it could be a 9-figure check for sure. We both just have to keep on winning, right? That's why
Logan's not doing great in that.
Whether or not that's a pride thing for him or not, like if you're his promoter, are you saying fight KSI or does he retire?
Logan jokes, he's like, yeah, like I'm retired. Like I did everything that there is to possibly do in the sport of boxing. But look, no, Logan's going to keep fighting. I think, he has an itch to do an MMA fight. There's talks about him fighting some pretty big names, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Damn, I didn't think about. I know you guys wrestled in high school and stuff, but that MMA stuff, that's pretty wild if he does that. He's obviously big.
Like, what does a fight between you and Logan Paul look like?
Yeah, everyone wants it to happen. I think it probably will be willed into existence. I think it would be a good fight just because we know how each other's styles so well.
You guys spar?
We have never sparred. Our coaches have never let us spar.
Probably a good idea.
Need that.
Yeah, so it would be very interesting. The caveat here is just like I have had more experience in the ring, more fights, and more training camps to date. So innately, I think that has just made me like a more technical fighter.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead, Tom.
If you guys fight, is that a 9-figure check for both of you? Like, is that the biggest fight that you could possibly have, you think?
I think it's definitely up there. And I do think it could be a 9-figure check for sure. We both just have to keep on winning, right? That's why
Logan's not doing great in that world. Well, I mean, he did well against Floyd, like technically.
Well, so I have to keep on winning.
Okay.
And Logan has to just continue to stay on his feet. I love it. I love that. Yeah, that's all Logan has to do.
That's all Logan's got to do. It's perfect. So, when I beat Tyrone, and who knows who's after that, but my opponents are going to keep on getting harder. So, I have to win. And that's really all that matters. And then, yeah, you might see the Logan versus Jake Paul fight, honestly.
Man, you guys did MMA. Is one of you better in that? Like, I think it's pretty clear that you're the better boxer at this point. You've just done more, and it seems like you're working a little harder. Is he just, historically a better wrestler? Like, would MMA favor him?
Yeah, MMA would definitely favor Logan. I think he should do an MMA fight. He could do the splits. He can kick high. He's a beast wrestler. He got to wrestle for a couple years longer than I did since I dropped out. So yeah, MMA would definitely favor him for sure.
Jordan, I'm putting you on the spot again. Logan versus Jake, who wins that fight?
A boxing match.
Boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing?
Jake wins a boxing match.
Yeah.
Jake, once again, it's not because Logan, you're on the show.
How much bigger is Logan than you, Jake? Like an inch and 15 pounds?
He's an inch taller, but I actually weigh 15 pounds more than him.
Got it.
So a lot of people don't realize I have big ass legs. So
tree trunks.
Where my knockout power comes from. But definitely focus on boxing for the next couple of years.
And is it true that Logan, he's basically been partying every day since the Floyd fight? I think he's on his podcast for 42 straight days.
Bro, I kid you not, I've never seen anything like this. It's been a month and a half. This guy, a bender, bro. Just full send the whole entire way. He's in Madrid or bro, every time I look on his IG story, he's in a new country doing shots. I'm like, what's going on here?
And
he's not trying to pull you along with him, or he's leaving you alone since you're in camp?
No, yeah, he's leaving me alone. Even when he was here in Puerto Rico, right after the fight, they were all partying here, going crazy. My whole family was here, just getting hammered, and I was just like in the corner, like, you guys got this.
Yeah, have fun. I love that. That's hilarious.
That is amazing. If you had to fight one of Logan's friends, how fast would you knock out Mike Majlak?
Like less than 7 seconds.
Yeah, quicker than Askren, that's for damn sure. Hey, this is out of my own curiosity. Somebody who's kind of trying to blend. You did it the inverse way, right? So you were all, content, you were social media, and then you transitioned. I mean, you were an athlete, right? But now you're transitioning into what is a very, very serious athlete who's climbing the ranks in his sport. Between you and Logan, if there's kids out there, we're talking about these kids who grew up in like these small towns and stuff and whatever. If there's kids out there that aspire to be like a Jake or a Logan Paul on a social media level, like you two being juggernauts, is there a secret like to social media? Is there something that you guys kind of follow? Is it consistency? Like, what is it? Is there anything that you can kind of touch on?
Yeah, look, I think just you have to work harder than the person who is the absolute best in that category, especially on social media. Work harder, work smarter, and you can't stop. I mean, everyone these days expects overnight success and overnight to be the biggest star in the world. I think Oprah, for example, was like 32 years old before she got her first opportunity to like host a show. So our generation, they see the Lamborghinis, they see the Rolexes, they see the glamour, they see the mansions on Instagram, they see everyone living these glorious, amazing lives. It's not how it actually is. And most 99% of those people don't actually have the money to afford those Lamborghinis. And you have to just be dedicated to your craft, be consistent, and stay on your path, and also be different. Like, if you're not different than the next person, if you're not willing to break boundaries and get criticized and get hated on, then you're never going to shine through.
Let's move on to your brother Logan quickly. Is right now like you mentioned, you guys are living across from each other, you're training together. Is right now the closest you guys have ever been?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how much closer we can get, like physically and literally.
Well, interesting. When you guys had beef in the past, was that always real? Like, are you guys like always thinking of ways to create buzz off each other?
That was real. A lot of our beef was real, which is crazy to say. Because even like watching it back now, I'm like, damn, like we were pretty crazy. Yeah, like in hindsight, like I probably wouldn't have done that, but we were just like young and dumb and just like having fun.
Where does Logan go from here, right? He just fought arguably the greatest boxer of all time. He went the distance. If he fights KSI, that's a step down. Whether or not that's a pride thing for him or not, like if you're his promoter, are you saying fight KSI or does he retire?
Logan jokes, he's like, yeah, like I'm retired, like I did everything that there is to possibly do in the sport of boxing. But look, no, Logan's gonna keep fighting. I think he has an itch to do an MMA fight.
Don't stop, hey, don't stop, hey, hey. You know the drops don't stop and neither do the blessings, y'all. If you want to get dripped and fitted like your boy, all you got to do is click the link over here. Also, don't forget to subscribe this away and check out more fire videos over here. While y'all do that, I'm going to tell my mama I'm on overtime.